It's currently worth 3 Ethereum, which is right at about $9,000 to buy this piece of art here. Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. If you're new to the channel, I highly recommend you subscribe so you don't miss anything. There's going to be a lot of really cool topics that we're covering just today, but in general, we cover a ton of really cool stuff here, including video games, updates in the off-road world, all that kind of fun stuff. And also, if you're not subscribed already, which 70% of you who watch my videos are not subscribed, if you guys don't mind, it does help the channel. That way we can start making a little bit of money and doing this a little bit more often. What I wanted to talk to you about today is pretty interesting. You probably somewhere in the line, the last few weeks, maybe even the last 6 months or so, you've heard about something called an NFT. Now, I'm going to explain what they are and how they can fix your off-road spending habits. Or, all the money that you spend on your off-road stuff, how it can pay you back forever using NFTs. One of the most important things is you have to understand the underlying payment structure of what NFTs use and cryptocurrencies. Now, if you're like me, you're probably sick of hearing people talk about crypto. It's just that guy from high school who's way too excited and his hair is messed up all the time. He's always trying to get you to buy crypto. And 5 years ago, he's like, man, if I had just bought a little bit of crypto, I'd be so rich. I'd be, making millions on a yacht at the NFL game. Okay. Something crazy like that. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to kind of refine it down just a little bit, make it a little bit easier to understand, and just give you the basics of pretty much everything we're talking about. If you want to know more about NFTs, crypto, go do some research. A lot of good resources, a lot of good videos on YouTube. But the first thing that you need to know is that NFTs commonly are purchased with the Ethereum coin. Now, cryptocurrency, basically, it's just a supply and demand type system. Kind of similar to a stock, but not really. The reason that a crypto coin holds value is the utility of it and also the demand for it. So the more people that buy coins, if there's a limited supply or an unlimited supply, but it's a little bit more complicated than that, the price goes up, vice versa, the price goes down. So that's pretty much it. The benefits of using crypto, and I hear a lot of people, who are cash people or want to do this and that. Cash and crypto is they're different, but they're same vibes, if that makes any sense. Decentralization for banks, governments can't control your money, all that kind of fun stuff. You'll hear the word decentralization talked a lot about crypto. So for NFTs today, the example we're going to be using, we're going to be talking about Ethereum. So this is the current price for, let me actually make my monitor here a little lower. So this is the existing price as of right now when I'm making this video for the Ethereum coin, $3,139 US. Now, essentially, if you spend that much money, you'll have one coin, and as it fluctuates, just like with a stock, the value of that coin goes ups and down. Just a little brief thing here that I got some technical things I'm going to say here too, but this is a general understanding. Cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum are powered by a technology called the blockchain. At its most basic, a blockchain is a list of transactions that anyone can view and verify. The Bitcoin blockchain, for example, contains a record every time someone sent or received a Bitcoin. So that is the idea of the blockchain. It's all public. No one owns it. No one controls it. Now, the NFT, right? The NFT is something called a non-fungible token. And, I say the word fungible. People have no idea what's going on. Here's a general description that I seem to think was pretty good. So I'm going to read it out here. So every Bitcoin is worth as much as every other Bitcoin. If you have, or we'll use Ethereum. So every Ethereum coin right now is worth $3,139. Now, NFTs, on the other hand, they're all unique. The NFT means non-fungible token, but the fungibility refers to a good or asset that are all the same, but fungibility refers to a good or asset that are all the same and can be swapped interchangeably. So fungibility is like a US dollar, for example. If I give you a dollar, you give me a dollar, that's completely an equal trade, okay? Concert tickets, by contrast, are non-fungible, like NFTs, non-fungible token. Concert tickets, by contrast, are non-fungible, even if every Radiohead ticket is the same price, they aren't directly exchangeable. Each represents a specific seat, a specific date, and no other ticket will have that exact characteristics. Now, that is the non-fungible token. That is what it means. Now, you're probably asking yourselves, what does an NFT look like? Can you hold it? Can you see it? So here's an example of some of the NFTs that are out there now. Here's a good example of some of the things that people can do. Now, if every single one of these pictures was the same, it would still be an NFT because they all have unique identities. They have their own transaction history, et cetera, et cetera. So digital art has been the medium that's been, making NFTs explode and things like that. Like this one here, funky number 25 called The Programmer. It's currently worth 3 Ethereum, which is right at about $9,000 to buy this piece of art here using the NFT system. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, why in anyone's right mind would they spend $9,000 on a picture that's a JPEG? Well, there is ownership of that picture, and you can prove that you purchased it from the artist, from the creator, and there's something to that. Now, I think that the digital art stuff it's kind of scuffed, guys. It is. I don't like it. I like keeping an eye on it because I think it's very interesting in what people are doing. An artist last year sold his entire NFT collection for a little over $100 million. His name's Beeple. You can go check him out. Really interesting stuff. But basically, he sold ownership of JPEGs to people for $100 billion. What makes an NFT special, and how does it apply to the off-road world? Okay, so every single NFT, I'm actually going to open this one up, just like I mentioned earlier, about $9,000 for this one right here. And we can see here that there is a transaction history. It was minted. This piece of art was minted, made by Studio JQ is literally that guy's name. And this guy, he sold it for 2.17 Ethereum, which who knows, 3 months ago at that time, it was probably about $9,000 as well. So somewhere in that range, maybe 8,000. So that is the decentralization piece of this, where you can go and you can see, how it was all done, who sold it, when they bought it, what they paid for it, all that kind of fun stuff. It's completely public. Now, what is interesting about NFTs is there is something called an NFT royalty. And on the NFT royalty side, every time the piece of art, we'll say this piece of art here, every time that this gets sold, when it was minted, the artist or creator of the NFT designated an NFT percentage. Anywhere from 5 to 10% is pretty much the regular rate right now. Every time this piece of art, this NFT gets sold, there is a 10% kickback to the original owner. That's great news. So all that being said is every time this gets sold, the original artist makes more money. He'll make money on this forever. Mailbox money, that's trust fund money right there. So how does this apply to the off-road stuff? Well, you can do this with off-road cars. You can do this with houses. You can do this with buggies, rock crawlers, all kinds of things. There's a couple caveats to it. First, everything has to be done in sale of crypto. Now, I know what you're saying. I'm out. Immediately, I'm out. I'm a strong believer that crypto, it's not going anywhere. There's a lot of emerging markets and emerging technology that are built on top of the blockchains, particularly Bitcoin and Ethereum. But that being said, you buy and sell using crypto, and also you sell it using an NFT contract. Now, the most non-fungible tokens, they're built using the ERC 721 and ERC 1155 standards. That's just some jargon if you need it, if you want to go look at the contracts. Those allow creators to issue unique crypto assets via a smart contract. That contract is where those NFT royalties are set up. Now, again, the caveat being you sell, let's say a Polaris Razor. If you sell your Polaris Razor using an NFT smart contract, and you're the original owner, you're the one who set the NFT up, you sell it for $10,000, okay? And you get a 10% kickback every time it gets sold, okay? You sell it for 10 grand, you gave somebody a good deal, they go sell it for 12,000. Off of their purchase, because of the NFT smart contract, you're gonna make $1,200 back whenever that happens. Whenever the person you sold it to sells it, you get 10% back, and every sale down the road, you're gonna get 10% back. Now, again, how does this work with depreciation and things like that? Doesn't really matter. The point is you can get kickbacks every time it's sold. I know a lot of guys who move a lot of machines, whether it's big buggies or razors, particularly the UTV market. If you can get in this at the right time in the right place, guys who have the machines create the NFT contract for existing machines that they can, create contracts for, right? You have to be the creator to get the NFT royalties. So every time that a machine is sold, after you've sold it through that smart contract, that's when you get money back. Now, there's a huge market here. Obviously, you can do this for housing properties and everything like that. Now, I'll say it like this. There's a huge issue. And the huge issue is that the technology is not supported with real world items yet. As far as I know, only digital assets are able to be sold through the NFT system right now. If you're interested in doing digital assets like, trading cards, like let's go through the list here. Art, collectibles, domain names, music, photography, sports, trading cards, utility, and virtual worlds like the metaverse. You can do that. You just go to OpenSea.io, create, and set up your crypto wallet and then start creating. Great. So whenever the technology comes to tangible products, because it's coming, no one is going to miss out on this opportunity to continually make money off of property or cars, vehicles, whatever it is you sell. No one will miss this opportunity. The NFT structure is coming for the real world items. Now, again, that's on the back of cryptocurrency. You've heard my thoughts on crypto. It's going to be around. All that being said, you could make this system, when it gets implemented, every razor that you mint, every razor that you set up the NFT contract for, every RC car, every off-road rig, buggy, race car, you get royalties every time it's sold. And if you guys are like me, you see machines getting passed back and forth all the time. It's a really, really great thing. So make sure when it becomes popular, when it becomes not necessarily popular, but available in general, jump on the NFT train, create the contract for your vehicles, create the contract for your parts. It's all simple. It's all easy. Thanks, everybody. Hope you enjoy it. And I hope